Thank you for calling 1-800-SAD-DESIGN. This is our Christmas special. Ty's very festive over here with his little tiny bow on his mic.
Yes. Very festive. I mean, I don't have any sort of Christmas decorations, really. So, yeah.
Yeah.
This is the best it's going to get. So far. As of now.
You're not planning on getting even like a little tree to put up anywhere? No?
Well, my thing is like, I was thinking about getting like a little fake tree, but it's like, I'm just going to most likely end up buying like the full-sized fake one next year.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really want to waste the money.
I get you.
Yeah. I was going to buy the little Lego one though. Or I've seen people, I'm not able to do it, but they like 3D print large Lego pieces of that set. And then they made like a 6-foot 3D printed Lego tree. I was like,
that's kind of cool.
How much is that? But it'd be cool to make it. But I don't have a 3D printer, so.
Yeah.
But maybe one day.
Maybe.
I think it'd be really cool. But my also thought process was, I have a pine tree out front. I'm like, that's my Christmas tree.
Go throw some lights on it. Even though it's absolutely huge, you'd never get all the way to the top of it.
It would be
even
cool
around
though.
it. It would be very cool.
Well, I told my mom that I would just put the color changing lights on. Mm-hmm. So I would just change it throughout the year based on like season or holiday. So I don't ever have to take the lights down.
Yeah, that's smart because it is so big that it's like once they're up, they're up. You know, you're not doing it again.
My worry is like I'd have to get it trimmed probably like once a year. Mm-hmm. So I don't want them to like cut the wires.
Oh yeah.
While they're trimming, so I was like, I'd have to either like put it relatively far in so it won't ever get cut, but then it's like, can you even see it?
Yeah.
Like you'll see it illuminating, but you can't see like the lights. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out how I would. I'm trying to figure out how I would decorate this whole place. Mainly because I've made the choice where every single room is styled differently. It's more just to like figure out what I would want for the future. But it's like this room, it's like the colorful
very artsy, messy.
And then nothing's really happening with the family room. The kitchen, I'm trying to do more of like that modern, that like mid-century modern feel. Mm-hmm. Which is taking forever because you just have to like slowly buy everything. And then, yeah. I do want to get like, I don't know where it fits in, but I want to get like a locker cabinet. I don't know.
A locker cabinet.
I feel like and maybe it'll go in the garage or something, but I feel like it'd be just cool to have.
It'd be very cool.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
That's fun. Yeah, your house is pretty big. It's like an empty canvas. You make it what you want.
Yeah, it really is. There's just so much. Too much.
Yeah.
But yeah.
My house is so small that, like, when my roommates and I moved in, we figured out pretty fast what it was going to look like and everything.
Yeah,
and
that's nice. I wish it was that easy for me.
Yeah. It's very eclectic, very grandma. Well, our house is very old, so it just kind of fits, you know?
Yeah.
One of my roommates bought this lamp the other day. I think it's from the 1940s, and it is metal. It has all these like floral embellishments on it. It is gorgeous. It is a gorgeous lamp. It has this very like warm, you know, light too. And we named it Elaine.
Was it just from like the
it's from like Idaho Youth Ranch.
Okay. That's pretty cool though.
Like
that you can just find that there.
It's so beautiful, but like that's the kind of stuff like we put in our house.
Yeah.
Grandma core.
For me, it's just like random things. Kind of like things, if I find it on Marketplace or online, I'm like, But yeah. I haven't been doing a whole lot of that kind of shopping lately, though.
It's a hard time of year, Christmas.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about this time of year, but I'm just like throwing money left and right.
That's
and I'm like, what is happening?
That's how it always is. Because it's just like, well, I think it starts with Black Friday.
Yeah.
I think, like, you see those prices. Although I did see, though, it's like Black Friday prices, they're not even that great.
Yeah,
like,
they're
if
not
you
as,
look
like,
at
they
the
used to be.
statistics or whatever, it it drops down to the same price in like April or something. So I feel like that kind of ruins Black Friday now.
Yeah. And it's not just like holiday gifts that you have to think about. I don't know. Yeah. It's like it's the time of year too where, you know, everyone wants to get together. It's the end of the year.
Yeah,
there's lots of celebrations. Like everyone's going out. So there's money down, you know, for dinners and the experiences. And
my thing is like
it gets cold too and like everything starts breaking.
My thing is like I just don't want to go out because it's so cold.
Yeah.
And then even when I go to like all the stores, it's so busy.
It's so busy right now. I can't get anywhere. Every time I try to run errands, it's like I get overwhelmed and I end up forgetting like half the stuff I actually needed just because I wanted to get out.
I just try to go during the weekdays because usually it was like I'd go on Saturdays, but like the marketplace where all the stores are, it's so busy. I'm like, oh my God, this sucks. Or even Costco. I hate going to Costco on Saturday.
It's kind of why I've always kind of gone to Winco at like 11 p.m. at night.
I mean, that's the nice thing that they are open
all like 24/7. But there's no one there. And I'm like, thank you.
Yeah, that's nice. I know I've started going to Costco after work because it's literally like empty basically. And then all the other stores, it's like whenever I feel like it.
Yeah.
But yeah. This time of the year, it's crazy. It's cold. It's money's flying everywhere. And people are pretty crazy too, I think.
I think so too. I guess the holidays are stressful.
Yeah.
I understand. Even like everyone I interact with at work, they're just like on one.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't feel like I've really noticed that. I feel like more people is like they're just excited for the holidays.
Yeah.
They're like, yes, I can like taking work off, gonna go on a trip, gonna hang out with family, gonna go home. So, yeah.
It's just busy.
Different. Yeah. Super busy. Yeah.
You're heading home soon for the holidays and everything.
Yeah. Well, I'm first heading out to Utah. My family's doing like a snowboarding trip.
Oh, cool.
So we're going to this place called Bryan Head. I think they said it's like near St. George. But basically, I'm leaving Friday and then flying into Vegas. Like my brother and I are flying into Vegas. And the rest of my family's going to pick us up. And then we drive to Utah. And then every Christmas we spend it with our cousins. So they're going to join us too. So then we're staying out there till Christmas Eve. And then driving back on Christmas Eve and then celebrating Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it'll be fun. And then I'm staying throughout New Year's. So I get a nice break, like 2 weeks, which will be nice. Yeah, I think it's pretty much just a lot of family time.
Yeah.
That's normally all it is. And I also don't really mind that. Like, yeah, sometimes I tried to do things with friends over Thanksgiving break, but it was just like so much going on where I was like, yeah, well, we're not really going to do anything. There's no time. You'll have
a little more time or like.
Yeah. Well, even like for this winter break, I really only get maybe 2 days to like hang out with friends, but I feel like I'm just going to take those days to just do nothing and relax.
Yeah.
So
which you're allowed to do.
Yeah. I know. I'm debating
friends,
on even.
I'll see you eventually.
Yeah. I'm debating on bringing my stuff home too because based on Thanksgiving, I was like, there is stuff I want to work on, but I don't know if I will want to work on it while I'm home.
Yeah.
So I was like, is it even worth it? Because when you go to the airport, you have to take out everything. And it's like, I don't want to do that.
No.
Because it's like my laptop, my iPad, and then sometimes I take my Switch. So it's like you have to take 3 out, and it's like 3 separate bins. I hate that.
Have you put it in 3 separate bins?
Sometimes.
Oh.
Well, sometimes it's like the small bins. So only one thing can fit. And they're like, you can't stack it. So I was like, God damn it. And then everyone just sees me like pull out the different devices and like, what the hell? Like, when I came home for Thanksgiving, I brought back my brother's laptop because I need to get that fixed. Try to, at least. But I basically just pulled out 2 laptops and an iPad. And I just felt like, damn.
Everyone's watching.
I feel like everyone's like, why does this dude need all those devices? And I'm like, one of them's not mine, guys. But they're like, why do you need 2? But yeah.
Just constantly feeling judged.
yeah. Self-conscious things,
TSA.
you know. Yeah, they're like looking at you like, what is he doing with these computers? But yeah, going home, hanging out with family. I don't really think anything too big's going on. But yeah.
Sounds like a time.
What about you? You got plans?
Not really. My family is fairly small. We're very chill. We just are gonna hang out. Yeah.
Nice.
Same thing we do every year. We always hang out on both Christmas Eve and Christmas, and I don't know. You play lots of games, lots of Uno.
Board games, card games.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Very competitive family. And it's quite. I'm not a super game person, so I'm like.
So you're just
yay!
you're like, if you win, you're like, yay, I won. But then everyone else is like, I hate you.
Yeah.
Like, why'd you do that? I was like 1 card away or whatever. And you're like, oh, I won.
Yeah. It's really my grandma, my dad, and my brother that really, really get into it.
Okay.
My grandma for a while had the song. She would be like, I win, I win, I win. You lose. And it would be like, seriously. She gets funny. Super into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, lots of games, lots of talking, just hanging out, very chill.
Nice.
Hanging by the fire.
Yeah. That's one thing I always like to do is like bonfires.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the one thing my friends and I will do. Like it's just like, you want all right. Well, oh well.
We still going or still rolling?
No. But I'm gonna fix that real quick. That actually helps because it says temperature. So this thing is getting too hot.
Yeah, your computer's just on overload.
No, the camera.
Oh, the camera.
Which I don't think we can fix.
No.
Because it's like, honestly, at this point, I might just get a webcam. But if we just let this run, at least now we know. Okay, we'll just use that video then. Okay, well now I just have to research on if there is a way to prevent it from overheating.
Yeah.
And I hope, it's not built for video. But if it says it can take 4 hours worth of video,
it should be
able to take 4 hours.
14 minutes.
Yeah. So
we just started.
I'll figure that out. But maybe I'll just go to Marketplace and find like one of those webcams, and we'll use that. I don't know. I don't know how they do it. Whatever. They have money. We don't, so.
Yeah, everything's being thrown at us.
Yeah, so many problems.
By ourselves.
Yeah. I could have probably done the research to figure it all out. But no. That would just be too easy, right?
Yeah, that would be very easy. And we did do some research, just we didn't think there would be this many technical difficulties.
Yeah.
But, we're going to continue on.
I also didn't really process the fact that cameras can overheat.
Yeah.
I was kind of just like, oh yeah, I can do it. It'll power through it,
Apparently not.
I know. I guess it doesn't even really have like a cooling thing like computers. So it does make sense.
Yeah.
But it just never comes up. Which makes me curious on how the little video vlog cameras do it.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
But who knows? Maybe because it's like clips and not like an hour.
Straight hour-long video.
But still, that was like 15 minutes and
it's done.
Died. So
I don't know.
We'll figure it out.
Moving on from technical difficulties.
Yeah. Gotta love it. There's always a problem happening around here. Mainly with the camera, I'd say. Mainly okay. But yeah. Holidays.
We talked about holidays. Are you working on any projects right now? Do a project check-in?
Projects. I don't think anything design related. Like nothing new. I'm trying to think. I honestly haven't really been working on since the last recording.
Even at work?
Like nothing new. With work, no. Same old. There's nothing like, I was like, whoa, that's really cool. I think. This week went by really fast. This weekend, last week, it kind of like flew by. I don't know why. Normally when I'm at work, I'm like, it's only 1 o'clock. But this week I was like, holy smokes, it's 4 o'clock already. So, yeah, nothing new going on.
Just productive.
One thing, totally off topic though.
Yes, share it.
We did like a holiday party thing. And basically it was like dinner and an escape room. For dinner, they took us to a hibachi spot. First time ever. Have you ever been to one of those?
I've not.
My God. Like, the food was good. Surprisingly, I thought it was going to be, like, meh. But it was actually pretty good. But I was like, there's no way this is, like, from Japan, right? I was, like, asking my boss, like, do you think this really came from, like, this is, like, a thing in Japan? Because it really feels like an American thing. Because I was, like, looking around. And, yeah, it's Idaho, but I was like, there's no other Asian. I was like, and I was sitting right in the middle. And I was just like, And then the funniest part was, right at the entrance, there's this giant sumo, like, light up statue thing. I was like, that's awesome. That'd be pretty sick to have at your house. But yeah, I was just like, and they're asking me, like, so how come you've never been to one? I was like, honestly, I feel like it's not really meant for Asian people. I was like, I was just like, I don't feel like they're really into this. Like, I think the closest thing we get to it is like Korean barbecue. Because I feel like Asian people go crazy for that. But when it gets to like, because it's like an act, I was like, this is a little much.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was like, first and last time maybe.
Not a fan.
Yeah, I was just like, on the inside, I was kind of just like laughing. I was just like, how crazy is it that I'm here? Because it never popped up before. Like, oh yeah, let's go get hibachi.
Yeah.
Never once thought about it. But yeah. And then we went to an escape room. Which I have never done before.
You've never done them before?
I told my boss, I was like, dude, I don't think I'm going to be much help. I was like, I feel like in situations like this, I just want to mess around. And I also don't think I'm that really good at like finding things and connecting the dots. And literally right when we enter the room, I'm just looking around and I spot a Spam can on a shelf. I'm like, look, dude, there's a Spam can in here. And they're like, no way. And this was before like they were even doing the introduction. So I was just doing my own thing, really. And then I look at it, I was like, you think there's a clue with this? And then my boss and I were just looking. I was like, just looks like a generic Spam can. And then someone else takes it from us, looks in it, there's a key. And they're like, dude, there's a key. I was like, oh, I didn't even know.
Instead of like doing the riddles and the puzzles, you were just stumbling upon everything.
I was just like, what? There's a Spam can? What? So I was completely distracted by that.
Yeah. I've done quite a few escape rooms. I think they're super fun. I think I did my first one when I was like 16. It was like my 16th birthday party. And they had just like opened the like the first escape rooms, like in the Treasure Valley in Boise, and my friends and I went, and it was like a mad scientist themed one, but we had to stop this like bomb from going off in his like lab or whatever. But I remember one of my friends, there was like a clue and it had to do with light, and so we were trying to figure it out, and it took us forever. And one of my friends at one point was convinced that there was a clue in the lamp, even though they told us like at the beginning, you know, everything's kind of out in the open, very obvious, you know, you don't have to like force anything open to find clues or anything. He was convinced that we had to take apart this lamp to find the clue. And we were all like, we don't have to take apart the lamp. It should, you know.
Like, I swear to you, there's like, something inside that damn lamp.
That lamp. There's something inside of it. And we were all like, okay.
Whatever you say.
Whatever you say. He sits there on the floor, takes apart this entire lamp. Nothing.
The dude's just like watching the camera. He's like, I don't get paid enough for this.
Yeah, he's
man.
like, now I got to put together the lamp. But actually, we had to stay afterwards and put the lamp back together.
He like opened the door and was like, all right, put that lamp back together. Like, I'm not doing that.
I'm not doing that. Yeah. I can't remember where the clue ended up being or what it was. It was a long time ago now, but they're just always.
There's fun. Always just like those things where you're like, I feel like that has to deal with it. Like for hours,
that
there's
lamp
this.
is very strategically placed.
Yeah, you're like that doesn't look normal. Like there's a reason why that's there, right? We had a thing where there's just random clicking, and it seriously sounded like Morse code. So we're like, where the hell is the stupid clue to like figure out Morse code? So we're like looking, and then the dude comes and was like, that's just random clicking. That doesn't mean anything. I was like, then why is it like a pattern? It repeats, and it's like,
yeah,
it sounds like it's some sort of message.
I think they throw in random
like sounds to make it feel like
or like
immersive
items
experience
to make it to throw you off too.
Yeah. We were convinced that they were watching us over the cameras and like manually unlocking everything because it was like a multi-room thing. So you had to like find the clues for this one door. But I was like messing with like the little knob things. There's like no tactile feedback at all. Yeah. It's just like a free spinning wheel. I'm like, how the hell are you supposed to figure it out with this? Like there's no, it's like just a generic wooden door.
Yeah.
So I was like, this dude's watching us for sure. Because there were other parts where we're trying to figure like what this thing does and it wasn't working. I was like, this guy's controlling it. Yeah. I don't believe it.
I think it would be hilarious to watch.
Oh, yeah. Have you seen the videos on like Instagram? Because they're just like black and white cameras. Mm-hmm. And it's like the worker's just recording the screen and it sees them like panicking or whatever. And then just she like goes on the intercom and like, it's like, yeah, you're not supposed to do that or whatever. Or something like that. And they're just like, It's not that great of a description, but if you watch them, they're pretty good.
They're pretty good, yeah.
Yeah. I also don't really remember them that well, but I know they were funny. But yeah.
They were so much fun. I can't remember how many I've done, but.
Yeah, we've like some of my friends or even with my cousins, we were always like meant to like go to one. Mm-hmm. Like after we do something, we'd go there. But I remember one time with my cousins, we were originally it started with helping my grandparents decorate the house for Christmas. Mm-hmm. So we were doing that. And then it somehow turned into cleaning and clearing out all the junk in their garage. So we're going through their massive archive of stuff. And it turns out to be like 4 p.m. And we're like, one of my cousins was like, yeah, I think this was the escape room. Because we were supposed to go after decorating. I was like, I can't find the clues to get out of the garage.
That's good.
So yeah, there's always plans, but then it always gets changed by some, like one single decision.
Yeah, usually how it goes.
So yeah.
Escape rooms, love them.
Yeah, there's definitely something. Oh my god, I can't. Yeah, for your escape rooms, there definitely has to be other people. At least for me. I
did one with just me and one other person, And I was scared because I was like, there is no way we're going to be able to figure this out. And we actually did.
That's so in the time limit?
In the time limit, we did. We still had like 15 minutes remaining.
Dang.
Yeah.
We were looking, and for this one, they have like leaderboards, and the time to beat, I think, was like 39 minutes.
Yeah.
I was like, 39 minutes, that's easy to beat. I was like, guys, we can do that, right? I'm like, yeah, we can do that. We get in there. Took us like 10 minutes to figure out the first clue. I was like, all right, well,
we're done.
We ain't getting out of here. I thought for sure we were going to run out of time, but we had like 5 minutes left.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, we did pretty good.
I remember the first one, my 16th birthday one that I was talking about. We literally had like seconds left on the clock.
Well, that's when it gets stressful.
And like I think there was like a clock in there too that we could see how much time we had left. Some places do that and other places don't. But we were like, oh my God, like
we got 5 seconds
there's
left.
10 seconds
Open
left.
the damn door. Yeah. There was like, our theme was like you're in a submarine and you're trying to find Atlantis, you're running out of oxygen, stuff like that. And we're like, dude, imagine if this was a real scenario. You're running out of oxygen, you're starting to go crazy, and it's like, for me, I was like, dude, we're 30 minutes in. I feel like we would be out of oxygen by now.
Yeah. Especially with like this many of us.
Yeah. And then we were all like joking. I was like, yeah, guys, I feel a little lightheaded.
I think everyone like kind of takes on a role. You have to have like the best experience. You're like, okay.
Well, there's always that one person who like takes it serious.
So serious.
And then there's always like the 1 or 2 people who like mess around, which is like me. And then there's like the wanderer who kind of just like.
And that one person that's like figures out everything.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Me, I was like flipping switches. I was like, oh, this does this. And I was like looking around because there's like screens. I was like, that screen's turning on when I'm flipping the switch. I was like, go do that. I was like, yeah. So yeah, it was fun for sure. It definitely takes. I think for me, it's like I feel like I wouldn't like go for like, I don't know. Basically, just go with friends, you know? Like, I definitely want to go. It's not something you do alone for sure, but you need, like, a good group of friends to go with.
Oh, yeah.
You just need that one person who can solve it. If you have that one, I think you're fine.
Yeah. I didn't think I was that person, but that
you
one.
Are?
I think I am. That one that we did I did with just 2.
I think for me, it's like I kind of just overthink things, and then I'm like, all right, whatever. I give up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I overthink things too. And like I may have like a lot of ideas on how to like solve a certain, problem or clue that, comes up in those. But it's never the right one. Never the right idea. But I'm like that would have worked. That would have been really cool actually, but
I think my whole thought process during that thing was, how do I cheat the system? Yeah. Like they gave us like the little padlocks and I was like, all right.
You're like, is there another
how
way
many
to solve
how
this?
many combinations does it take, or like how many total combinations are there, like the chances? And they're like, yeah, it's probably like 1 in 1 billion. I was like, all right, I'm gonna start. I was like, and then I quickly gave up. And then there's like another thing where it came to like, there's some sort of sensor or whatever. I was like, well, there's nothing special on the other side. So what if I just cover it with my finger? And then, like, I was just, like, covering all these things. Nothing happened. I was like, all right, whatever. So, yeah. I basically just didn't really follow any of the rules.
You were like, I wish there was another way to solve this, because this is how I would do it.
Yeah.
And
I was like, well, first of all, they have, like, a little screen thing, like an interactive screen. And the water level is, like, 10 feet above you. I was like, dude, just swim up.
Yeah.
Like, what? So I thought that was funny, but
logically.
Yeah, I'm definitely like I'm like a logic thinker. I'm like, logically, if you do this, then this should happen. But it doesn't. So I was like, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
Basically, I'm a lost cause in those. There's like, oh, we have this guy again? Damn. Yeah.
That's fun. That was your first experience, though, doing that. At work, too, with coworkers. I can't imagine.
Yeah. Well, I gave them all a warning because I know I can see in their eyes, like, that they're serious about it. So I was like, just warning, I'm not going to be much help. You know, I'll probably just stand in a corner and watch you guys all do your thing. I'm like, all right, sure, whatever. So I think it's good that I gave them the warning.
Yeah.
Because then they're like, dude, why aren't you doing anything? I was like, I don't know what's going on. You guys know what to look for. I don't.
Yeah.
I was like, I found a damn Span can. That's all I really did that day. But yeah. Yeah, that's probably the most eventful thing that happened this week, I'd say.
That's really fun.
What about you?
My work's just doing Secret Santa.
Oh.
And not all of us know each other. And that was the most
That's
wild.
the hard part.
Yeah, we were like,
why did you guys already do it?
No, we're still working on it. But we were like, why didn't we do like White Elephant instead, you know?
Yeah, I think Secret Santa.
There's so many of us that some of us don't work with each other, and we're also like, it's a restaurant, so there's front of house and back of house, and like you don't always interact with them. Like you may know their name, and you have like little small talk here and there.
They look like, but that's it.
Yeah, who they are, but that's it.
Yeah,
and so it was like, who am I gonna get?
And you're like,
who's that?
Who's this again?
Yeah. Luckily, I got someone I knew, but
that's so funny.
Some people were like, "Can I draw again?" Like,
it's like I've never actually held a conversation with this person before.
Like, what do I get them?
It's like I've seen their name on the board, but I've never seen their face.
Yeah.
That's kind of
Someone
that's so funny.
Was smart and created just taped a piece of paper on the back with everyone's name on it, and they were like, just write down like a couple things that you are into, interests, you know, your favorite candy, you know.
Yeah,
like, whatever.
That's good to have. Yeah,
it's a $25 like minimum too, or whatever. So it's like,
that's great. I just saw a thing. Well, like my boss does this full moon bike ride thing, and they had one yesterday, and it was like a white elephant thing. And they're like we're trying to come up with ideas because sometimes they just buy stuff for people who don't bring anything. And I saw a thing. I was like, someone bought a Costco rotisserie chicken and packed it up. I was like, dude, should I just go get a chicken right now and we just pack that up and give it to someone? But then it's like they're just biking around town with a box of a chicken.
Yeah.
So I like, but maybe 5 chickens.
5 chickens.
4 chickens probably because of tax. That'd be funny. You have a big box like, what did you get this size for $25? And it's just chicken. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
That'd be fun. But that's more white elephant, you know. I feel like Secret Santa's supposed to be more like
a little more personal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make sense for coworkers.
Yeah. I mean, for some of us, yeah.
For
like,
some, but not like the whole team.
Like Monday, Tuesday crew, it's very small. So I think there's only like 8 of us working on Mondays and Tuesdays. And it's
they could have done it by crews, really.
Yeah, it's so slow too that like we all just sit there and yap for 5 hours. So it's like that crew, we're tight. Yeah. So it's like if I got someone from there, I could totally get them something. But on like my Friday crew, forget about it. Not happening.
Yeah, like there's not enough time to chat and work.
Yeah.
I was like, basically I just say, hello, how are you?
Goodbye.
And then it's like, all right, I'm out of here.
I need another ranch, please.
Yeah. Go get that table.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know that's kind of how, I mean, I don't think I've ever done a Secret Santa. But like if we were to do that like with the bowling alley, I literally talked to maybe like, I talked to everyone, but I only got close with maybe like 2 people. So if it were to come down to like getting one of those people you've never worked with, I'll be like, you just want a gift card? They're like, yeah. I was like, all right, I'll give. Or you just want cash? I'll give you cash.
Yeah. I mean, I'm fine with that, but
I was like, what if I just buy this and then it's like something I want, so then you pretend you get, but then you give it back to me, and then I just give you cash.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa, you got a Lego set? Like a very specific one. I was like, yeah, I got him that. And then Wright was like, here you go. I was like, yeah.
I got one of the kids.
Oh.
That works at the restaurant.
I feel like that would be relatively easier.
Yeah,
right?
I was really excited for that one actually.
Because you can get him literally anything.
Until he wrote on the back paper what he wanted. And he wants like sports cards, especially the specific sports card, like this one player.
Like playing card? Yeah. Like the whatever those are.
Yeah, like trading the trading cards or whatever.
I don't understand why people still... I'm actually surprised they still exist.
But the card he wanted, like by itself, it's like $100.
Yeah, he's like, I want the 1998.
Yeah.
Whatever Dodgers.
And I'm like, I don't know anything about cards. I don't know like what packs to get, and they're kind of.
Did he not get the $25 budget?
Yeah, so I'm like, I'm gonna have to guess.
Just get him like if he said like a specific sport, just get him like a custom make a pickleball card.
Yeah, I was actually gonna with my cricket make a sticker of the card he wants.
You should just try to replicate it. Just like screenshot it, print it, cut it.
I thought that was a genius idea. I'm like, you can put it wherever you want to.
Yeah. You should do that. That'd be funny.
Yeah. But I was super excited. And then I was like, oh, I can't work with sports. I'm sorry.
Yeah. That's hard. Well, first of all, the fact that he just gave you a specific card. Whenever it comes to a specific card, it's more than $25.
Have you looked up the price of that, buddy? Like,
I've never understood the whole trading card thing. Like, I remember getting Pokemon cards, but it was basically if you get the shiny card, you're like, yes. And then every single other one, you're like, eh.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I remember those kids in elementary school with the Pokemon cards that had like the binders with all the sleeves, and they'd bring them out to recess.
That was my brothers and I. I'm pretty sure we still have at least one binder. It's either Pokemon cards or it's my brother's hockey player cards. But
that's funny.
Yeah, I do remember like elementary school. Every year there's like a new phase. It's like 1 year Pokemon cards. Another year like Bionicles. Another year, paper airplanes. Another year, rocks. I don't know.
Just changes.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't imagine though what elementary school's like now. Like with everything.
I don't know either. With social media now in the mix, oh my gosh.
Yeah, social media didn't really exist for us.
No.
For us, it was. Go outside.
Go eat some dirt. And
go rub some dirt on that scratch.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
Yeah. And even what I've just like seen on social media of like kids nowadays, like the sayings and everything that they have.
It's a lot. Like, I mean, we had. Wow. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure it's like relatively the same, like. Nationwide with our slang, but I can't even remember. I only really remember stuff I was saying in like high school, but that was just because it was like to either be funny or like you actually the meaning of the word actually like relates to the situation.
Yeah.
But in elementary school, I don't remember. I feel like, though, like, since we didn't really have that great of access to the internet, there wasn't a whole lot of slang.
No.
You know?
I don't remember having weird sayings.
I think my first time...
I remember, like, early YouTube days.
I do, too, but there was still, like, no slang. It was literally, like... It was, like, skit videos.
Lots of skit
Minecraft videos and DIY videos. I feel like that's all it was.
Yes.
I guess it did start with like Vine though.
I think so. I think it was the short term video, or not short term, just like short video.
Yeah, the format.
But
those started like terms and words like people would say. I think like out of just like reaction. I can't think of any on the spot. I mean, I can think of the funny ones that I remember. Like, free Shavakadu, and what else?
I was talking to one of the kids at the restaurant the other day, and they didn't know what this was, and it made me feel old.
Just makes you feel like you were there before
Yeah, I was
TikTok,
like, I forgot I'm 10 years older than you.
Yeah.
Moving on. But I was talking about, again, early YouTube days, like Liza Koshy.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, a collar for $1? And no one had any idea what I was talking about. And I was like, have you not watched that video? And they were like, who's Liza Koshy? And I was like, how old are you?
That's
14.
like,
And I was like, oh, God.
There's like this one, I think it's a movie or show or something, where a dude says like a saying or whatever. And I was like, did you get that from so-and-so? He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, I think it's the movie Other Guys. I don't think this is the exact thing I'm thinking of. But in the movie, there's like, he says 3 lines throughout the movie, and they're all connected to TLC, the music group or whatever. And one of the lines he says, like, don't go chasing waterfalls. And I was like, and the dude's like laying on the ground because he's doing just like, do you mean to reference TLC? He's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. He's like, I don't know who that is, but yeah. And then like 2 scenes later or whatever, same thing, similar thing happens. But yeah, there's definitely, I don't think I've had a moment where I say something and they're like, what is that? Actually, there is, but that's with movies, not with Vine stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's just different now.
Yeah. I did have a moment actually with my grandpa. It's probably like a couple years ago. But I was like, we were working on something and I was just like, I think it was about, I was doing something and I was like, yeah, I just went ham on that thing. He's like, you went? I was like, yeah, I just went ham on it. He's like, what does that mean? And I was like, that just means that I don't even know how to explain it, honestly. It's like,
just like went after it.
Went after it, put all my thought into it and all that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
I
was like, ew. I didn't. Yeah.
The other day at the restaurant, I had a customer write on one of my, like the receipt to me. It said, your eyebrows ate, left no crumbs. And I thought that was so funny. Like I posted it on my story and everything. And my parents were like, oh my God, is that an insult? Like that's terrible. And I was like, no, it's funny. It's like your eyebrows look fantastic. Like you did everything right. I was like, that's what it means. Like one of my friends replied to that or like said the same thing to me. Basically, like I posted like my graduation pictures or something about graduation, and one of my you okay?
Yeah. One of my friends said something about like, what's after gradu or whatever. And I was like, I don't know, man. 8? He's like, yeah. He said, whatever. And I was like, okay. I don't really understand that, but all right. And then one of my other friends, like, I was talking with her, and she's like, do you understand that thing that your friend was saying in your post? I was like, no. I was like, I don't know what I was eating. Like, what? He was just like, and she's just like explaining. I was like, when the hell did that become a thing?
Yeah.
I was like, that kind of came out of nowhere. I was like, all right, whatever. Cool. So, yeah. I'm definitely not cut up with the slang today.
No, I'm not either.
I'm still using the stuff that I grew up on.
I know.
Call me old.
I know bits and pieces, but yeah.
Yeah.
We're good. Gosh, when I first
it just like comes back up, and I'm like, ugh.
When I first got here today, I like choked on my spit and had a huge coughing fit, and now Ty's doing it.
I hate it when that happens because it sometimes just comes out of nowhere, or it's like you just have like the saliva and you try to like swallow it, but then it like gets stuck. You're like, ugh. I was like, damn.
And when you're talking nonstop like this too,
it's hard when you have a conversation because you're just like dying.
You're like, sorry,
and then
I don't
the other person's just like,
are you good?
You good over there? Yeah.
Give me a minute.
Yeah, like, hold on, just give me like 5 minutes and I'll be back. But yeah. I think the word I still use is like bussin'.
Bussin'.
I think that's like, I don't use it as much as I used to, but I think it's a good word.
It's a good word. Yeah, I don't hear that one as much anymore.
I miss it.
Goes really fast.
I'm gonna bring it back.
Bring it back.
I don't think
We're bringing back the word bussin' here on.
Only used in the right scenario. I don't really know when. I only use it when it comes to food. I don't know if that's the right time to use it. Is it?
I don't know.
I just be like, damn, this is bussin'.
Maybe it is in your new context.
Yeah. Put that in the what is that? Urban Dictionary.
Urban Dictionary.
Yeah. But yeah.
Fun. Wow, we went off topic today.
I don't even know how that all started, honestly.
Okay.
Slang. But yeah.
Yeah.
What let's get, is it main topic time?
Design talk. Yeah, we could just shorten it a little bit. It doesn't
Let's
have to be
just
super long today.
get into it. I mean, I don't really. I'm sure it'll turn into a long conversation.
It always does.
Yeah.
We were thinking we could talk about kind of like holiday design or like
in their campaigns.
Campaigns, like brand campaigns, maybe.
Yeah. For the holiday
for
spirit.
Holidays.
Yeah. I mean, the only one that comes up to me is like whenever all the like drinks do their cranberry flavor.
Oh yeah. Like
But that's like really all I can think of.
I think of like, remember the ads of Santa drinking Coca-Cola?
Yeah. LeBron James and Sprite cranberry.
Yeah, I've noticed in like this year, Christmas like design trends in general feel very like contemporary pop arty, like very bright colors. Like it doesn't have the
I haven't seen any
traditional look anymore. Or
like how? Because I don't think I've seen a single holiday commercial.
well, I haven't seen holiday commercial
Like ads, you know.
I see them mostly like in the store in like the Christmas sections and stuff. Like everything is like there's lots of like pinks going on now. And
really?
Christmas decor. And
I feel like I've been to Home Depot the most, so there's not really a whole lot going on over there.
I don't think so.
I think it's more of like, I feel like you see it in Target,
Walmart.
What else?
I went to Home Goods the other day.
They got some stuff.
They have pink. Pink is in right now when it comes to holiday decor. I'm finding.
Really?
Yeah.
To me, pink for holidays is more of like an Easter color. But for Christmas,
like, Christmas has always been one. Like red and
greens.
But like I said, the pop arty, they're tying it. Some of them are tying it in with the red and green with pops of pink, and I think it was also seen in like this year's Starbucks cups for the
Actually,
holidays.
I think I have seen that too. I think they've always done that where they add hints of pink.
But you know, like Starbucks every season does different holiday cup designs. And this year,
know that
they were very bright, like red and green with pink, pop arty.
Yeah,
very minimalistic.
I mean, it looks good.
Yeah,
I like it.
I like it. A lot of people didn't like it. They were like,
really?
"What is this? This isn't Christmas." Like,
no, it's still Christmassy. It's just a hint of pink. That's all it is.
that's
I feel like
something I've noticed, and I think it's
before,
interesting.
Though. I thought I've seen pink on Starbucks cups before. I don't know though.
They might have. Maybe not their holiday ones. I don't know. I can't
Who
remember
knows?
what it was last year was, you know.
Yeah, they need
everyone gets all upset over it, you know, for a week, and then we all forget about it and we move on.
Yeah, it's kind of like those things where it's like, it's literally the first week of releasing anything, you're always going to get the hate.
Yeah.
But then it's like a couple people's opinions won't change it, so then they're like, whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Trying to think of other holiday campaigns I've seen. I mean, some that stand out. Yeah. I think it'd just be my simple mind, but I just instantly think of Sprite.
I'm thinking.
Maybe I'm gonna search up some because I think some will still pop up.
Yeah.
Like in mind.
Real quick too. I'm like, I know I've seen more. I'm like, what are they?
Christmas brand campaigns. This mic is placed so weird. Campaigns. Let's see.
Yeah, I
Starbucks. Ooh, IKEA.
Coca-Cola one is very nostalgic. A little. It's that very traditional Santa look.
Yeah.
Isn't it like?
Oh yeah, because they do that like
the world
old
needs
90s
more Santas or whatever.
Like Santa illustration, don't they?
Yeah. And
oh yeah, I see it right here. But I feel like they do the same. I feel like it's the same thing. Yeah, well, I feel like Coca-Cola, they haven't really like changed their brand.
No.
Like I know Pepsi kind of just did it within like the past couple of years or something, but I feel like Coca-Cola has kind of stayed the same. They might have like slightly touched it up a little bit for the like time, but it seems like it's relatively like their original stuff.
I'm like, they must benefit from keeping it traditional, I feel like.
Yeah. I think they have such a like iconic place in the whole soda world where I feel like if they change something, they might be like, whoa. Why'd you guys do that? Type of thing. Mm. So I think it's kind of like they're playing it safe. And it's kind of like how Apple, they went from the same icon, but with the colors in it, to what it is now, which is just the gray Apple. Yeah. So if there's no need to change it, like why change it?
If it works, then why change it?
Yeah.
And like the story or like the meaning behind the Coca-Cola campaign, like the world needs more Santas, like, you know,
I think it puts
kind,
it's supposed
to others,
to like,
you know, give Coca-Cola, you know, like.
Well, I watched that Red One movie. Mm-hmm. Have you heard about that one?
I have heard about it. I haven't seen it, but
basically the whole thing about it is like how like people aren't believing in Santa anymore, so there's the naughty list is growing or whatever, and then Santa gets kidnapped, and so they get this one dude, whereas a kid came from like a divorced family, so like I guess never believed in Santa since he was like 8 or something. But the whole point of this movie, I think, is to like bring back the whole like fact that there is a list in mind, and like since people think he doesn't exist, there's like no point of worrying about being on the naughty list, so there's just like more crime and whatever. So I was like, I thought that was an interesting like point of view on it. But like it's a kids movie, you know.
Yeah.
How much is that really gonna affect the world? But I think it's a good like little like call out to the world.
Yeah.
Just like look at the statistics. Look at these numbers. Look how high they are.
Just a reminder.
Yeah.
I'm remembering one now. It was Etsy. Etsy did just like a little like holiday campaign. I think it was like called Twins or something like that. And it was like the set of twins finding each other like personalized. Like they're very different twins, you know, they always say twins are the same. They like the same things, but these like twins didn't like the same things, but they were able to find each other like personalized gifts off Etsy. You know, like there's a wider range of things to find on Etsy. So you can find the perfect gift for, you know, all kinds of people. And
it's like a nice story too.
Yeah. I think holiday campaigns are successful if they have a story. Because, you know, it's that nostalgic time of year. And, you know, you want all these reminders of, like, family, too. It's another big thing.
Yeah.
These campaigns.
I remember I was, like, working on some stuff and had YouTube in the background. And then normally I just, like, let the ads play. But for some reason, Chick-fil-A had a holiday ad. And it was, like, a full 30-minute, like, episode of something they had like made, and I was like, I thought it was like gonna be at least like a minute and a half ad, So I let it play. I was like, what the heck is playing right now? And it's like a full episode, and they just like created some. I don't know if it's a show, but it was about Christmas at least. Mm-hmm. But I was like, why? Why Chick-fil-A? I also found out Chick-fil-A has their own like streaming service because that's what they're like advertising with it, I think. So I don't know if it's a streaming service, but it's like an app to watch the show. So I was assuming it's a streaming.
Chick-fil-A and
but TV I was like,
are now combined. Like those things don't.
I don't
together.
know. I was like, what? What is this? But I just skipped it. I was like, whatever. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. It's not really holiday related. It's more just weird.
I mean, it is holiday related. It's a campaign.
I guess. Well, I guess like the connection to the.
Yeah, it is kind of
app. I don't understand it.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
Big branch out.
Yeah. The only thing I saw when I searched it though was IKEA, but I've seen IKEA. It's just red and white. But that's like their style, but it's literally just red background with white text. I was like, wow. Nice.
So different.
Nice change from the blue and yellow. Spotify popped up, but that's not really holiday. That's just like end of year thing.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, if they did make it winter themed every year, it would get kind of boring.
Yeah, it would get old.
So, and then...
It's like Spotify Wrapped has become huge.
I don't understand it.
Everyone was so
disappointed. It makes me feel so, like, self-conscious of how much music I listen to. Because, like, everyone posts it. I don't like to post mine, though, because my minutes are way higher. But then everyone's like, how the hell do you have that many minutes? But...
Oh... My roommate plays music literally 24/7.
That's pretty much what I do too.
I think her minutes were like 170,000. I'm like, you have to be like top in the world. Like they're
Yeah, my minutes are pretty high too. Crazy high.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's funny though cuz it's like it goes through like every single thing you've listened to and it's like you listen to this song 100,000 whatever kind of times, and then it's like you listen to this many minutes in a day. Mm-hmm. You are this top percentage listener. I was like, oh my god,
little too much.
Yeah,
I think we all like personalization, like in our aspects of our lives, but there's sometimes where it's like, okay, too far.
I don't know if it's like they're trying to like give me some hints at whatever, or they're just trying to like throw it in my face to like realize how much music I'm listening to, something like that. But yeah, it just makes me feel super. Because a lot of my friends have their minutes are lower than 100,000. I was like, how? To me, that makes no sense because I listen to music like. Well, part of it I think is like I normally play music when I sleep. So it kind of just goes through the playlist and stops. But I also listen to it every time I'm like working or driving. Pretty much anything besides like actually having a conversation with a person.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah. I don't even know the exact number of mine, but it was, I think, higher than 200,000. So...
Sorry, the DoorDasher's texting me. We ordered lunch.
Yeah. Well, we have like... We're going to be filming our bonus episode.
Oh, yeah. We can just entry in. We had a short design talk. We'll move forward. But
yeah. Yeah, that's a short one. I feel like I had way more like ideas and thoughts when we planned this.
Yeah.
But they're all gone.
It's okay.
I know. I can't really think of anything, but yeah.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Anyway, we ordered lunch because we're going to do a bonus episode after this.
Yeah. And we need
on
food.
Our Patreon account, and we need some fuel.
Some energy. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to be packing the sticker packs today. So that's our bonus episode. You get to watch us.
Yeah.
pack up some stickers.
We'll try to have like a conversation too, so it's like there's some sort of topic. But yeah, we got them printed. We have all the stuff pretty much ready, and all it is just chatting and
writing out addresses and
figuring out all that fun stuff. But yeah.
Do we want to move on to... We don't have a sad to rad this week, but we will... I want to have one for the next episode after the holidays. But let's go over the font of the week. Last week we chose Crimson Pro.
Yes.
It was kind of a big family.
Yeah.
Do you want to start, Ty? You usually go first for font of the week.
I'll start it off. For mine, I just needed kind of like a quick idea. Mainly because I meant to do this a lot earlier in the week, and then I kind of just got busy. But I just made like a quick little... I think it's kind of like a type specimen poster. I don't really know. But basically, I wanted it to show off... I wanted it to show off the different weights it had. But then I was like trying to think of a different, like how I would do it. Mm-hmm. And then I remember last year, I made like a poster of some sort where it was similar to this style, but instead of weights, it was like sizes. And it was like with circles. So it's just like small circle goes to big circle, goes to small circle, big circle kind of thing. So basically took that same approach with this one. And then I was trying to think of what letter form to use. And I was like, should it be part of the alphabet or like a symbol? And I picked the ampersand. Mainly because it looks cool.
It does look cool. I feel like it's not used enough either.
Yeah. But it's also like in our advanced type class, we kind of like learned about it a little bit. And I don't really remember a whole lot. But basically, it's like you either have this one, which is kind of like the backwards, or like a cursive S. And then there's one that's like a E and a T or something. Mm-hmm. And those are like the two common ones you would see. But yeah, I just thought it's like interesting. And then I was I was debating on for like on the text on the bottom, I was debating on doing like a little passage of like the history of an ampersand. Then I was like, I don't want like a big paragraph on the bottom.
Yeah.
So then I just changed the whole idea where it would be kind of like a type specimen poster. So I just included information about the typeface. So just the name, the little passage that was on font share. So I kind of just copied and pasted that. And then I included all the different weights, and then just a little bit of information like the designer, category, the styles it has, and when it was released. So very simple.
Yeah, I like it. It has a lot of space. It breathes very well.
Yeah.
Like your monochromatic color palette too.
Yeah, I didn't want to get too crazy with colors, and I just wanted at least like a good contrast, but keeping it relatively simple. Could have kept it black and white, but
yeah,
I wanted some color. I think I needed some of the color.
It did. I agree. I like it.
So yeah, it's very simple, but I know I was also debating on doing italicized ampersands, but I was like, no, that's too much.
Yeah,
that's a little too much. But yeah, super simple, but very nice.
I'm noticing a trend in our font of the weeks.
What?
Like, I like filling every inch of my my page, and you always have so much space in yours.
I think mine is because I just don't really know a whole lot what to put in, or it's like I don't really like to do a lot of the busy stuff, mainly because there's more things to process. Like for me, it was already hard enough processing. Like I wanted my baselines to match, and like the text, like box heights, because the little description of the actual font is smaller text, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it was already hard enough for me to like align it to the side and then align all the text. So yeah,
You get it.
had to made it like optically pleasing.
Yes, and I like the order you put it into, like the thin to bold, like is in different spots every time, and it kind of creates like a little bit of the bold ones kind of create a shape in the middle.
Yeah,
Kind of looks like a diamond or something. Like
well, it's
I
kind of
see
just
it.
like a gradient with
Yeah,
the ampersands.
it's cool. I like it.
Yeah, yeah. That would be pretty cool though if you can somehow like make a halftone pattern instead of the dots. It's like a letter form.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's possible, but I've seen people do it by hand, but I'm like, that is insane.
That is, yeah, too much.
So yeah, I don't think I'll ever do that. But maybe you can do that with the plotter, the Cricut.
Yeah, probably.
Probably. But yeah, that's mine. Simple.
Nice.
Let's take a look at yours.
Crimson Pro is giving, newsprint vibes to me, so I wanted to do like a little newspaper. I called it the Designerly newspaper. Struggling.
Yeah, I mean this mic's like really bent down. I don't know.
There's nothing important on here at all. It's all Lorem Ipsum filling it in all the like
Oh,
spots.
it is?
Yeah. The spots
I didn't
where,
even notice
like
that.
a fake article would be.
I mean, yeah. I mean, these aren't like supposed to be.
And I found like the images and little embellishments online and just changed the colors to, match the vibe. Put a kind of sepia gradient on the background with some texture.
50% off.
Something random. Yeah, there's like a little coupon clip out. I even added a little dotted cut line. Yeah. Just kind of newspaper-esque.
Yeah. I mean, definitely gives like that.
And it's
newspaper.
Most of the fonts on here are
Crimson?
the different weights of Crimson Pro. There is Georgia on here too.
Is that the 50% off?
Yeah. And I think it's
I only could tell because I knew the numbers weren't the old style.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And like the coupon code news clipping, that was just like a little thing I found when I was looking up on like old newspaper like images. I wanted more like the traditional embellishments. So I just realized the date on top is not really center, but it's okay.
That's fine. Honestly, if you don't say it,
exercise.
It takes a lot of focus to actually notice it.
Yeah. So. Well, I'm staring right down on it, right down the middle, and I'm like, yeah, it's not center.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, it does really look nice with the newspaper thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought it paired well with the newspaper, Crimson Pro. Anyway, I really liked the exclamation point in the bold.
Yeah, it doesn't really. It honestly doesn't really fit.
It feels like it doesn't fit, but I think it just like
round edge. It's so like
it
bold.
worked.
Yeah, it gives
with
like
the newspaper. I thought it was like a misprint. That's kind of what it felt like.
Yeah, it's also interesting how like high up it goes.
Yeah, it's higher like than all the letters.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting. But yeah, it looks really nice. I like how what do you call it? Like it does look like one of those archived newsprints.
Yeah.
It does make me kind of want to look into, because I know in movies, like when you look at when they're filmed in like New York and they have like the guy sitting on the chair reading the newspaper, where it's just packed with columns of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've ever even like held newspaper before.
You haven't?
Like a newspaper thing. I don't think so.
That's crazy.
Is it though? I feel like that's kind of normal nowadays.
Yeah, they're not used anymore. We used to get newspapers delivered to our house.
We did too, but it was always like, Or my grandparents would give me the kids section, but that's it. They like cut it out for me and then hand it to me. But yeah.
For next week's Fawn of the Week, we chose Helvetica.
What a oldie but a goldie.
Yeah, going back to a classic.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun.
I think it'll bring out some different ideas, design styles from us. And
I always tell myself that I want to put in like a good amount of time with these, but it always comes down to the last second.
Well, it's just hard. We both work full time.
I know. There's just a lot going on. Or sometimes it's like,
I've been making all my Christmas presents too.
Oh yeah, I bet that's draining all your creativity and time. So I always like have ideas at work, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna work on this when I get home. But when I get home, I'm like burnt out.
Yeah.
I'm like, I open like Illustrator, or try to like work on this photo in Photoshop, and I'm like, I can't remember what I was thinking, so I think I'm gonna stop.
Yeah.
So that's kind of normally how it is. Yeah. It's unfortunate.
It is unfortunate.
It's hard.
It's okay.
It's a hard life. Not really.
I always have ideas when I'm at work too, and I like can't do anything about it. Sometimes like I'll sketch down like an idea or whatever on my guest pad. Or
Yeah.
Like my guest check. That's what it's called. And
then you
put it in my pocket, and then I sometimes forget about them.
Yeah. I have a list of ideas, and I remember having like such a great vision of what it would look like. And then when it comes time to work on it, I'm like, what is it supposed to look like? I know it's not supposed to look like this. And then I kind of just like, I drop the idea for a bit until I try to like think of it again. But yeah.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it though for me is I want to learn these like new styles, but I don't really have, it's either I don't have or I don't put in the like enough time to like master it.
Yes. And I feel like subconsciously we always go back to what we know too. Like,
yeah. Well, because my thing is
even when I try to do something
I know how
different,
to do this.
all of a sudden I am doing, exactly what I was doing before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's how it is with like every time I try to use Photoshop. Like, I open it up, go in, confident, and then I try to do this one thing. I don't know how why it's not doing what it normally should do or what it's supposed to do. And then I'm like, dude, if this was Illustrator, it'd probably be done already. But it's like, I want to use Photoshop. Like, I want to learn it. But it just does not, as similar as it is, it just feels so different. Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like Illustrator, and it's probably because we're more comfortable with it, but I feel like Illustrator is just smoother than Photoshop.
Yeah.
And I also like the fact that it's vector.
Me too.
I hate, like, when I'm trying to resize it, I'm like, ugh, it's blurry. I have to, like, import it again. I'm like, ugh, there we go.
Constant struggle.
Yeah. But one day
we'll have some amazing Fawn of the Weeks.
They're not amazing right now? What? I do want... Yeah, I don't know. I just gotta take the time. Like, I really want to figure out that reso pack. Because I feel like that would be cool.
We did just buy a reso pack for the podcast.
Yeah.
We're excited.
I think that I was messing with all the different varieties you have. I was like,
there's so much.
That's pretty nice. But then when it gets to the, like, overlay and whatever, like, I know how it like looks in real life, but it just doesn't look the same.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure that all out, but just takes time.
That's okay.
It looks nice though. I like it.
Yeah.
I just like the way it prints. Like the graininess, I guess.
The texture.
Yeah, and it gives off a nice texture.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Mess with that more. I think next one of the week. Try
I think
Helvetica.
I think I'll mess with it. I was gonna mess with it with this one, but I was like, there's not enough time.
Yeah, I ran out of time too. It's okay.
Yeah.
We'll have a couple weeks to work it out.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't know. It'll get done. I know that.
Yeah. You can share your fun of the weeks with us on social media or email or Discord. Discord would probably be the best place to share those if you want to be featured on the show. Time for Patreon, Discord reminders and stuff. What? Is it time for Patreon, Discord?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, give us, well, first, if you want to join the Discord, join it. Why not? I mean, we'll try it. I mean, I feel like we probably should just get in the habit of just putting our fun of the weeks in there. So, like, people just see it, and then maybe it'll, like, push them to do it or whatever. I don't know. It's just like a fun bi-weekly exercise, really.
Yeah.
I mean, for us, the past couple of times, it's just been us coming up with ideas on the spot. So I think that's like a nice like test of skill, just to like come up with an idea.
And I think it would be good inspiration and conversation.